Are you ready? Woo! The hype continues here on Tailgate Week. Ashley, here we go again.
I'm so excited. Thanks for joining us, Tom.
We got the legend in the house, Mr. ERB. What's up, Tommy?
Not much. How you doing, Mr. Shark?
Dude, I'm at the beach, man. I'm at the pool, actually. Where you at, bro? We're going to have a handshake together right now.
I'm at my home office in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, look at that. He has to label that. What's the address, by the way? Hey, Tom. Thank you for joining the Tailgate, buddy, on Friday here. It's nice and cold out, but we're nice and warm in here. Next week at this time, we'll be in sunny Florida. Tom, when are you speaking? What day?
Boy, you're going to ask me a lot of tough questions. I am speaking Thursday.
Okay, Thursday or Friday, one of them, right?
It's Thursday. It is Thursday.
Okay, so give everybody a little bit of a teaser. I mean, you know, you're an expert in selling. You're a guru. I've known you for years in all aspects. Actually, he's good at selling. He's good at drinking beer, and he is a WVU grad, which, again, props on all three.
It's a little bit redundant that you say I'm good at drinking beer and I'm a WVU grad. So
yeah, I know. That's where you got your degree at, right?
Unnecessary.
So the topic I love, Tom, seriously, all joking aside, you know, how to sell in today's challenging market. And we've been having that for year after year now. It's since COVID, I think it's been very challenging. So give us some insight on what you're going to talk about.
Yeah, I would say for the last 18 months or so, for some people, it's been closer to 2 years. We've been seeing a pretty challenging sales market. And, this is my 30th year doing this. I did sales for a long time. I was a sales leader for a long time. I've coached a lot of salespeople over the years. And quite frankly, this is what sales is supposed to be like. Yeah, sales is not, we're not supposed to have people calling in and placing orders out of the blue, which we had a couple of years ago. So we just got complacent. And I mean, there's some reasons that it's tougher, definitely, even 5-6 years ago, our connect rate was better than it is now, our live connect rate. So we're leaving more voicemails than ever before. And there's more options than ever before. You think about prior to COVID, 2020, right before COVID, there were about 19,000 staffing companies, according to ASA. Now they say there's over 28,000. So just from a competition standpoint, from a technology standpoint, that's why it's more challenging this time around than it has been in the past. But on top of that, I think the other piece is that we've just forgot to flex our sales muscle, and we just have lost. We just got comfortable with having a demand-based market rather than a supply-based market.
You hit on the head there, and I love sales. I think at the end of the day, Tom, that personal brand, that community brand I talk about all the time, people want that valuetainment. I say that key word all the time in the Tailgate here. That's what people want. This stuff just dropping a business card off saying, I work for APC Staffing, I can supply you with bodies. That doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, no, you got to sound different than everybody else. You got to sound better than everybody else. You got to give them the confidence that you actually are going to do what you say you're going to do, because salespeople will say anything.
My God.
And you obviously have your credible, honest salespeople, and then you've got ones that aren't as credible and aren't as honest, and they kind of jade it for everybody. So you just have to be authentic. You have to have a good differentiator. You have to have proof to back it up, so that they feel like they're going to make a good decision going with you.
It's still a relationship business. We can throw AI and all this tech that we want and to make processes better or more efficient, but at the end of the day, it's relationships, it's building that community, it's creating value in the form of, if it's entertainment, how are you going to fix my problems? And hey, I'll give you.
Yep, hype. It's all I keep telling people all the time. Hype and hope. If you give that to them, H&H, we got it. I mean, the other part's so easy. And I think that's what, Tom, you can elaborate on this. In my eyes, I think we make sales so complicated. We try to put all these things together. And when we go into a meeting, we say, we can do this, this, and this, and we never listen to what they need.
Well, yeah, we either make it too complicated or we make it too simple, and we see both of it. It's it's a sales process for a reason. It's you go through multiple steps. But what I find working with a lot of sales teams is that they make either one or two mistakes. One is that they do overcomplicate it, which usually means over researching. It means trying to come up with every conceivable possible objection to handle or every single possible problem they have. And you don't really need to do that, because when it really boils down to it, there are three problems that almost every staffing client is trying to fix. And it is, I need people quickly and I need them when I need them. I need people that have the skill sets that I need. And that includes cultural fit. It includes, the soft skills, like just getting along with others and showing up on time and not calling off every third day.
Oh,
And
that
then
happens.
the third piece is that I need to hold on to people for as long as I possibly can. So if I'm over researching things to death, I'm spending more time researching when I know that if I really talk about, I can help you solve these three things. This is what we do for clients. We help our clients get the people when they need them, get them with the skills and the work ethic that they need, and keep them as long as possible. And people are going to go, boy, that sounds exactly what I need 99% of the time.
I love it.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I love it. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, the other thing that we see is that, we're trying to come up with answers to 20 different objections. I work with salespeople all the time. We listen to recorded calls. I talk to the salespeople. There's two objections right now that make up 99% of the objections. And that is, we're not using, or some form of that. We're happy. We've taken it in-house. It's some form of we're not using it. There's not a
We
need.
got burnt. We got burnt.
We got burnt, so we took it in-house, right? Or it's gotten a little bit easier, so we take it in-house. And two, I'm not the right person for you to talk to. And so if we can handle those two objections, that's all we need to do 99% of the time. The 1% of the time where we get some weird objection, we'll deal with that. But if we can get really, really good at those two objections, then we're going to be successful.
I love what you said there. And one thing I see what I see on the streets is service, Tom and Ashley. If every time I go to an industry, they're like, I worked with a staffing firm. I don't know if you hear this all the time, Tom, and the sales rep got the deal and you never hear back. It's like they just walk away, and it's that disconnect with the recruiter and the sales rep. So if you go in and you say you can service somebody, I think that's a golden nugget. Do you see that on your side, Tom, when you coach these guys?
Yeah, the thing that drives me nuts about our industry, and I was guilty of it when I was in staffing, is we go through all this trouble to get somebody on the phone, to engage them, to get them to agree to talk to us a little bit, to get an appointment, to talk through with the appointment, try and build demand, to get them a proposal, to get a signed agreement. And then you know what we do 99 times out of 100? We say, great, somebody from the office will get in touch with you. And then the prospect, which is hoping to be a client at this point, goes, here we go again. Mm-hmm. But it's like, why? It's hard to get clients. It's hard to get new clients. Why would we then just completely drop the handoff? It makes no sense.
You know what? I love it. And I always say, not to bring me back up again, but A to Z, I'm there all the way through. And that's what they love. When you're there the whole time with them, give them your cell phone. That's the number one thing I always tell people. When they have your cell phone, they're like, dude, I can text you anytime. Text me on the weekends.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I give them the Shark's cell phone.
I knew he did. That's why I'm getting all these spam calls. Damn, Tom. Here we go again.
Well, it's too many times, and I think it's the same with recruiters. You have this end goal in mind, but that's really not the end. That's just the beginning of the relationship. Sure. So you get an order, great. An order is really not, one order is not that valuable.
Right.
100 orders every year, that's really where you can succeed. And the sales process needs to continue with that. It's not then someone else's problem.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're very transactional in
Oh, big
our
time.
industry, and we see it a lot with pipeline management, where we want to equate an opportunity to a job order instead of what is behind that job order. If I fill this job, what else do I get? You know, how big of an opportunity is it? So I totally agree with that. I think we've got to look at the bigger picture.
We do, and we have to care too. I think the biggest thing is, and I'm going to tell you straight up, I think social media. I think in our industry, we got to do more on social platforms. I mean, social selling, Tom, you know that. I mean, I don't know if you want to elaborate about that or not, but social selling's here. People look at your stuff on Facebook and LinkedIn and all the other sites.
I think it's I take a holistic approach to sales. You know, we talk a lot about our 10-week prospecting process, you know, which is picking up the phone, sending targeted emails, even sending a letter, all that. But people sometimes think that's the be all end all. That's just one part of a holistic sales strategy. And that holistic sales strategy includes in-person networking, with which so many people have gotten away from. And it does include social media presence, and it includes an ever expanding social media presence too. I just wrote an article for Staffing Success Magazine that hasn't come out yet. I literally just submitted it yesterday. And talking about just how TikTok and Instagram and different social media is really continues to grow in popularity, and how the industry still hasn't done a good job of tapping into those areas. We're still struggling with LinkedIn and Facebook. So
you know what, Tom, and I'm going to throw this out there. 98% of my business last year was on social platforms. We have Blue Sky now. I tell people nobody's on Blue Sky in staffing. You could just go crazy with it now. It's the new Twitter, you know, they compete against each other.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that stuff. Everybody's still worried about the website. Everybody lives on platforms. Nurses live on Facebook. Light industrial businesses are all on Facebook, their pages. I don't know why we don't use this. We all live on LinkedIn. We love LinkedIn, but if you're only living on LinkedIn, y'all are losing out. I want to give you some of my clients. Come on, peeps, get out there.
Yeah. And it totally depends on the industry. Like you said, healthcare is going to be a different, where is your audience living? Right. And this whole social proof aspect, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's not just about, okay, my landing page on my website has some badges and a quote. It's everywhere. Because when you have a potential customer or a candidate Googling, like, do I want to work with this company? They're going to see your G2 rating, your all of these elements that build your reputation before they're even willing to consider talking to you.
Yeah, I agree.
And social media is a big part of that.
They are. And then videos, Tom, are you big on the video side? I mean, because I love videos. I think, you throw a video out there in an email, 30-second clip.
Yeah. As my 10-week process has evolved over time, we've incorporated different aspects, including video. So we have a video as part of the process, just introducing the salesperson, their face and voice to the name, and it's amazing the kind of response that we get from that. And it's a 10 to 15 second video. It's not meant to be long. It's not meant to be professionally done. The less professional, the better. So
100%.
Gotta have a certain level of professionalism, but I mean, the less polished and produced it is, the better. Yeah. So just doing it from your phone, doing it from your webcam, just introducing yourself, being genuine goes a long way.
What about professionalism? Me in a tank top, is that okay? I've done that, seriously, on emails. I sent them out.
Really? That's not surprising. Yeah.
It's, what? People laugh about it. And then you close a client because they think it's humor. I mean, I think it's different ways. And, and I think Tom agrees on this. It's like whoever you are as a character or your person, bring that personality out in your sales.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got to get a return on all that gym time. So
here we go.
You got the tank top, you got to show the guns. Yeah.
Are we
going to have
we're done with that subject
in Orlando?
There'll be a tank top. No, I'm just joking. All right. Well, hey, Tom, I tell you what, I can't wait for this, because I tell you what, Ashley, he's going to hit some of the great bullet points. I'm sure your presentation is going to be exciting, like always, Tom, and we're excited to hear it. So now the fun part. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you going to challenge me again in this?
Hey, that's up to you. I have the title. You have to challenge
He has the title, actually. So we what was it? Half a beer, shotgunned it.
I think you had half a beer. I probably had more, but yeah.
And he doesn't like Land Shark at all. He's like, we're at Margaritaville, and he's like, it's an okay beer, but he's like, kind of sucks.
But I heard still 4 seconds, right?
Yeah, probably. It was quick.
It was quick, but it's on YouTube. I mean, it's live. It's out there for everybody.
It's on YouTube. Yes. So it's, for people who don't know, Shark challenged me to a chugging contest with a Land Shark bottle, and he regretted it. So he's going to try and redeem himself this year, probably down there.
There's a revenge. It's coming. You had the title for 1 year, Tom. It's over with, bro. Yeah. I am coming full force.
Return of the Shark.
I'm even get my electrolytes right now. I am preparing. I'm training for this. Oh. Okay, so Tom, you ready for this? We're gonna have some fun right now. So, favorite Jimmy Buffett song? I know you're not a Jimmy Buffett fan. I can tell.
I mean, I guess Margaritaville.
Now, if I told him Metallica or whatever kind of, this is something people don't know about Tom. Can I throw this out there?
Yeah.
What kind of music do you like, Tom? This is something probably a lot of people don't know.
I mean, I like different kinds, but I do like metal. I do like, I like alternative. I like 90s alternative. I like 70s classic rock. I like alt country. But yeah, the one that always gets people is I do like metal, and I like the loud screaming throat metal kind of stuff that really does not match up to me when I'm in my my yuppie car driving with my golf shirt on and I'm blaring Gojira or somebody like that. So.
Is Megadeth in that list or no? Is that Megadeth too soft?
Oh yeah, I like old Megadeth. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's all 90s.
We got a jam next week. I also love metal and like
Tool. Tool's one of my favorite.
Tool. Oh my god.
Love Tool. Yeah.
Tool. 120 minutes MTV with Matt Pinfield. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I watch that all the time. Yeah.
You can still watch it on YouTube, by the way. You know that. All the repeats
are on there. It's on VH1 too. They have Metal Mayhem or whatever it's called.
Look at that. So besides him being a sales guru, he's a metal guru too. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody wants to talk about it down in Orlando, I'll talk all night about it.
Metal and craft beers.
I'll bring my Metallica.
That's right.
And the first beer is on Tom at all times, right?
Sure.
I'm just messing with you. Hey, before we go, I want to give a shout out. Oh, here we go. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor here, Nationwide Screening Services. If you need background checks or drug testing, you need to call Nationwide Screening Services. They got your back. Like my little advertisement, Tom? That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, boy, this is first rate. This is good.
Radio voice.
You know what? I always wait for something to come on, a little punchline with Tom. You know that. So if you guys get a chance, make sure next week, February 26th, 28th, be there. Tom will be on the stage on the 27th. We don't know what time yet, but he'll be there. And remember this, Tom? Were you in this picture, buddy?
I think I'm somewhere. Yeah, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see.
You're there somewhere.
Maybe towards the back.
And then where will you be on Thursday at 5 o'clock?
Thursday at 5 o'clock, there's some sort of shark event, I think. Shark sighting
you will
or
be.
Something. Oh, yes.
It's 5 o'clock here, Mixer. And the land shark battle will continue. Ashley, you going to join us?
Of course.
All right. We got 3 people now. Maybe we'll get the whole group to do Tom to beat everybody. What do you think?
100%.
Tom, that's going to be a whole land shark to drink, though.
I know. I'm like, I better get my game going.
Yeah.
Tom is a pro. I'm just going to warn you. He knows how to do it. Tom, can you give us a real quick tip and we're out of here? How do you always win?
You just open your throat and you keep it, you give a little bit of room so that there's oxygen going into, or there's air going into the bottle so it flows out quicker.
Oh, you don't want to just turn it all the way up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's an angle. Yeah.
Maybe you can give a demo.
There's an angle. Look at this.
It's like the boot. Do you remember the boot challenge from Beer Fest? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm really dating myself with a 30-year-old movie, but
No.
At the end of the day, Ashley, it's about the angle. That's all it's about.
I'm taking notes here.
Yeah.
So in this presentation, it's about the angle of how you sell something or drink a beer.
Yes.
That's it.
I love it. Well, hey, Tommy, I will see you next week in Orlando, in sunny Orlando. That's a wrap for this time. Thank you again, and we'll see you guys next week.
Awesome.